Morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is JH. Today I'm going to read a question from one of the subscribers, and I'm sure that many people have asked this question as well. And I figured I'd give you some details behind the question. Alright, so question is, Jay, can you please explain to me what filing a grievance means? And why would someone file a grievance? Sheesh. All right. The name of the channel is Everything USPS with JH. So let's talk about it. A grievance is filed by an individual or a group of individuals for many different reasons. Let's just stick with the basics on why an individual would file a grievance on someone else. Example. If I'm doing a specific, or I am assigned to a specific job duty, and somebody else comes in and helps or completes that task without it being allotted for the specific job duty, such as if there is only one person required to do one specific job, but management sends another individual to help, or when I take my break, another individual comes in and completes or continues to work on my assigned job duty, I can request from my shop steward with the union to file a grievance because technically that individual took work away from me. They said, Jay, please unload these 2 trailers. That's what I'd like you to do. I start to unload the 2 trailers. I'm not moving at the pace, or I'm not moving fast enough, and then they send 2 or 3 other people to come unload it. After it was specifically, as if that's my assigned task and they send other people, I'm like, hey, wait, well, hold on. I didn't ask for your help. Technically, I can file a grievance. What do you get out of a grievance? Couple things. More times than another, people will get a monetary money benefit because people have taken work away from you. This is where the union's helpful, and it's also one of those things where it can kick some people in the ass. It gets very complex, and only your union shop stewards can explain this type of stuff in exact detail. You can say, oh, well, can I file a grievance on this person? And your union shop steward will let you know if it can be done. I left to go to lunch. I came back and the trailers were empty. And I saw some mail handlers that were pushing it off. Hey, yo, how y'all take my work? Now I don't have work. I can file a grievance. Hey, I want to get paid for the work that they took away from me. So yes, I'd be getting paid for work that I physically didn't do. There's people that have folders full filed with grievances. I don't really condone grievances, but that's not really, it's one of those, An example of a good grievance would be, we're going to use a truck driver for example. I'm assigned to drop off mail 3 times a day to one specific location. We're just going to say Manhattan. I'm on my way back from my first run. I get back to the plant, and my second run was given to another driver because they wanted to rush the mail out. Well, that was assigned to me. So yes, I am going to file a grievance and get paid for the run that I didn't do. 2 hours at my pay rate, or 4 hours, whatever your union does for you. That's an example of filing a good grievance. Bad grievance. There's some setups here. Be careful. Listen. Pay attention. You don't cross crafts. A carrier is not supposed to help a clerk. Sounds screwed up, but they're not supposed to help a clerk, a distribution clerk. They're not supposed to do distribution clerk work. And I know there's going to be some people talking about, well, what do you mean? That's the sorting the parcels? Yes, that's what that means. If you're assigned the carrier, those are your specific duties. If you're assigned the clerk, those are your specific duties. If you cross over to another craft to help them, somebody in that other craft, even if they ask, they're going to file a grievance. This is where it gets tricky. The lady's working by herself or with 3 people, right? She's working with 3. 2 of the people get sick midday because of the thing going wrong on in the country. So now it's just one person that has to try and throw some mail. Distribution clerk by herself. She catches some new CCAs walking in. Hey, do me a favor. Can you guys help me before you start? She'll have those CCAs. They don't know no better. They're going to go over there and help her sort the mail, whether it be in the morning or the afternoon. They'll help her sort the mail. She go back and file a grievance stating, hey, they were crossing crafts. So she's going to get paid, even though she asked them to help her. They're not supposed to. This is where they use this whole concept of, well, if they had more laborers or if management staffed everybody correctly. I agree with that to a degree. But if you had people there and they had to go home for a reason, hey, step your game up. Or don't sit there and just do devious, spiteful, behind the scenes stuff to try to go get yourself some extra money. You know, it's not always about money as well. People file grievances against management for they feel as if they're being pressured. Again, there's a bunch of different reasons that grievances are filed. And in order for you to basically figure that out, if you would have to speak with your shop stewards. This is where you have some strong union reps and you have some soft union reps. Strong union reps, pit bulls, they go after everything. Everything. That carrier picked up the box off the ground and put it back into the cage after it fell out. Filing a grievance. Yeah, just that petty. You weren't supposed to touch that. That wasn't sorted mail yet. You weren't supposed to touch it. I'm going to file a grievance. Woo! Blow your mind, right? That can happen. There's some places that pay out hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in grievances. Plants, mail processing plants, they pay out a lot because there's always somebody just trying to get their grievance. It is what it is. What is the benefit and what is the con for it? We just went over. It basically levels out people crossing crafts. If I decided as a truck driver to do my pre-trip inspection, great. I inspect the whole outside of the vehicle. Carriers, you do your pre-trip inspection, you look at the whole outside of the vehicle. We are not allowed to pop the hood. Once you pop the hood of the vehicle, just check your oil, your water, coolant, see it. They consider that crossing crafts. So if one of those guys that are mechanics drives past and sees the hood open, they can file a grievance. It seems low-key petty. It does. But that's what filing a grievance is in a broad span so you can kind of comprehend. I hope that cleared some things up. It's probably going to be a lot of wild comments at the bottom, but remember, this is one of the few channels that 99% of the time the people are extremely respectful in the comments. People exchange stories, they can encourage each other. I'd like to keep it that way. There's very, very, very little negative that goes on. So if you've had your grievance stories, go for it. If you've had people file grievances on you, go for it. People should read these comments so they can familiarize themselves with how this process works. Again, I can only give a small snippet of what we do. It is up to you to do some of that research and just check it out. Because again, the people that are giving those comments, I guarantee you that if they're commenting, that means they had something to say. All right. With that being said, I'm trying to answer those questions, and that is one question that I was 100% sure that I never answered in a video. So, good question. Good question. All right. With all that being said, y'all have yourself a great rest of your day. This is JH. Look forward to those podcasts, people.